All right, so I saw online on the internet the other day. The internet online. Somebody was talking about what or which of the Spider-Man would win in a fight. So we've had many different iterations of Spider-Man over the last 20 years. And so which of these Spider-Man do we think would win in a fight if they were all to go at it? For the sake of discussion, we're going to include Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. We're also going to include Spider-Verse Miles Morales. So
it's just four of them.
We're gonna talk about those four. I know the Spider-Verse has a bunch of other Spider-Man as well, but we're not gonna talk about Spider-Pig. We're not gonna talk about Spider-Pig. But for those four,
because he would win.
Right? Yeah, we all know Spider-Pig's the best, right?
But for those four, we're gonna talk about them, and for the sake of this discussion, we're gonna take them at their best. So all of the Spider-Man at their peak performance. Who do you think would win in a fight?
So we talked about this off camera, but the fact that you said that he can use Iron Spider.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, that Tom Holland can use Iron Spider is just like, it's crazy to me. I feel like he would win in that case.
Yeah, I still
He's the only one that's faced like cosmic villains. Like
not
huge
really.
guys.
Well, okay,
Yes,
so
exactly.
The thing is, well, Venom is a cosmic villain.
It is, but not to the point where it's like Thanos kind of thing. Or
did he face Thanos though?
Yeah.
What did he do against Thanos? What did Tom Holland do against Thanos?
Punched Thanos.
That's it.
That's something.
But it's Thanos.
That's something.
No, okay.
He wasn't-
His head actually went like this. For
He
Thanos.
literally held
For
on.
Thanos.
He held onto a spaceship for like an hour at like super speed.
No, the fact of the matter is that I feel like Tobey Maguire
I feel like, okay.
is
Hold on.
physically stronger than all the other
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
maybe he'd win like a prison fight or something, but I don't
He's
think
physically
he'd win
stronger,
a Spider-Man.
and he's a better Spider-Man. Like he's a more mature Spider-Man. He basically doesn't need anybody else's help in the way that the other Spider-Man.
Okay, whoa. Where is this? I don't know why, but I feel like this is coming off of fanboyism, which is not problematic. But the problem here with the fanboy
Hey,
is
sometimes fanboys are right.
They can be, but my problem with this is where are we basing off? Like the only thing I could say strength was the whole train scene.
Train scene.
But
yeah.
even then, if we're going based off the strength of the train
Fighting
scene,
Doc Ock, who was a very strong Doc Ock in those movies, that's pretty impressive. And it's true that his spider powers are inherent. Like it's not machine.
That's another
like
one.
he literally his
only-
webs are his own goo. So like
that's true.
He's the only Spider-Man who has the built-in web.
But is that, I mean, how much of an advantage is that against, I mean, this is top tier technology we're talking with Tom Holland, Peter Parker.
Yes. I mean, the suit could literally.
I feel like it's way fairer if you just say no Iron Spider, and just.
No, I think he can keep the Iron Spider. He doesn't have a chance. He doesn't stand a chance.
I think that's
he
definitely
doesn't
wrong.
stand a chance.
No, but
Iron
what's
Spider.
with that suit? Like he has just so many options on how to
Yeah.
fight.
But what does he do with the suit? Like he has a thing talking in his ear.
Yeah, that thing can just tell him the tactics of the person he's fighting.
He's
and then from
analyzing
there, and bam.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's every move.
And then he doesn't even have to fight. Almost, he can just like let the AI do the fighting for
Exactly.
him.
Not to mention, he still also has Spidey sense. So even if there's something wrong with the AI, the Spidey sense still can help him.
But they all
I
have
like
Spidey
Tobey
They all do,
Maguire.
but-
Like, I get it.
Yeah, but the issue with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is like, okay, he's punched like Doc Ock a couple times when Doc Ock is technically a normal human.
But the thing
he
is,
should have knocked him out like that.
No, but Tobey Maguire, I think it's obvious that he pulls his punches. Like
That's fair.
Spider-Man in most situations is not like trying to kill
That's fair.
the person that he's
That's fair,
fighting.
yeah.
So I think most Spider-Men pull
He's
their punches.
trying to survive, dude. I think he's...
Like
know,
there was
like
somebody who brought up on that I saw recently that like Spider-Man could literally just like palm anybody and like rip their face off with his like web, like the adhesive that he uses to walk up walls. Like he could literally do
Peter
that.
Parker, Spider-Man, or any of them.
Any of them could do that. Any of them could do that if they wanted to.
I mean, we haven't talked about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man at all. And I do feel like he's relatively strong.
He is.
Like-
is.
He was the coolest one too, which means he had things came very naturally to him as Spider-Man. I feel like he was like the least clumsy and the least of like the learning curve kind
He
of
would
Spider-Man.
definitely. I think he would annoy Tom Holland. and that would give him an advantage.
Really?
No, I
think Tom Holland, because I think Tom Holland is like not as confident as Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and so Andrew Garfield is like with his quips and wit. I think he would get in his head.
Whoa, I don't know. Andrew Garfield's not really the most quippy though.
But I think because
he's a cool dude.
But
He's a cool dude.
with the
but
two of them,
quips.
I think that because he's more like he's the cooler one out of the two, he would be able to get in his head.
Just say
more.
you don't like Tom Holland. Just say it.
Jesus, I still think I don't know. I still think Tom Holland still.
Miles Morales can go invisible.
That's true, and he's
Miles
faster
Morales,
too.
and he has electricity.
And he's traveled between dimensions.
And yes,
he could probably easily,
That's
I don't know,
true.
use that in his advantage somehow.
Yeah,
He's
but-
been wizened through
I think
the Spider-Verse.
I think Miles Morales would kill Tom Holland.
So this is an anti-Tom Holland. This is really what this is about. He doesn't like
listen,
Tom Holland.
'cause if
So
he
how
has-
could I diss Tom Holland
If
without
he
making
has
a
his
video calling
electrical
this Tom
powers, he just needs to discharge that on the Iron Spider suit, and now he's just trapped in this hunk of metal.
Well, that depends if the iron suit would get destroyed by electricity like that.
you think a
I
little
think it would.
taser's
I don't
gonna...
think it would. I don't think it would.
No, okay.
I don't think it would.
Has any of you played the Spider-Man Miles Morales game piece on PlayStation?
But
No,
is
it's
that
not.
game based off that movie? I mean, based off that movie? Because there's
Yeah.
different
I
rules.
thought we're using the... I know.
Literally
Fine,
based
fine,
off
We're
the
fine,
using
fine,
movie
fine,
Miles
fine,
Morales.
fine,
We're not
fine,
using
fine,
no-
fine, fine, fine. He has his electrical powers. I think he can still use that against whatever technology that he has. So even if he wants to like send out drones or whatever, he could probably do some electrical discharge, and it would definitely interrupt whatever system is being used by the
I don't know,
robot.
man.
I don't-
The thing is, the Iron Spider suit, the technology is based off of nanobots. It's the same technology that Iron Man used to like continuously fight Thanos. I just,
But Thanos doesn't have electrical powers.
He just has every other power imaginable.
Yeah, the freaking Infinity Gauntlet, whatever.
No, I think that
These are nanobots. Even if he discharges a section of his suit, he can just like rip out that suit, and then the nanobots can just create another.
Just keep doing it.
But okay, here's a question: is that Peter Parker competent enough to do that though? Because half the time he doesn't know how to use his suit, which is
That's the thing.
that's one thing.
He's not Iron Man.
But also, okay, I'm a little rusty. I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies in a while. But
Okay.
who do we think is the smartest Spider-Man?
Smartest one?
Because that could give someone the edge.
I would have to be.
Not
I'm gonna have to
Andrew
go.
Garfield.
It was-
I was
it might,
actually-
but
it's
wasn't
gonna-
he-
It's gonna be
didn't he have
Toby.
the-
It's Toby.
It's Toby.
Yeah, because he had the like
He's the one who's like in grad school and
Well, not just that, but I feel like the way
He
he,
had the internship
defeats his
with Oscorp.
enemies, it's always a strategy. Like he has a
Yeah.
nice strategy behind
he
it.
had the internship with Oscorp, so he knows some things about
but
some things.
The only reason I say not Andrew Garfield, because I remember a scene where he had to like watch some YouTube videos to figure out how to like to figure out how batteries work and how not
Okay.
to have it like discharge on him.
Let's just eliminate Andrew Garfield from the rest of
We
this
all hate
conversation. Sorry.
I don't hate Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew Garfield could take Tom Holland.
Stop.
This is where
Stop.
you just hate Tom Holland. I guess so. No, we don't.
I mean, like Andrew Garfield got shot by a bullet. That Tom Holland's suit has insta kill.
yeah, that's another thing. Instant kill.
What does Instant Kill do?
Oh, I mean,
uses-
shit,
it
it's not
uses
like
the
it
A-
says kill.
It uses the AI to like basically pinpoint where to hit to kill the person.
It
that
shoots
you're
atomic
fighting.
bombs at people. Like,
I think Spider-Man could take an atomic bomb, man.
I
What
don't
Spider-Man
know
you're
about
talking
that.
about?
Tobey Maguire could take an atomic bomb.
Maybe I don't know.
He took one of those pumpkin
But
bombs.
still, the thing, yeah, like
That's a
he-
pumpkin bomb.
The people
No,
that he has
dude,
gone
it melted
against,
people and turned them into
That's true.
skeletons.
the
That's
people that
true.
he has gone against have been like technological people, like the Green Goblin and then the
Yeah.
Hobgoblin. They're like tech people.
They are, but we're dealing with Spidey suits as well, so it's different.
So it's just a combination. So the thing is, I think he could take on himself as a tech person.
I don't.
with some prep, maybe. But
Yeah.
in a no holds barred, like they just happened upon each other deathmatch.
You
Yeah.
just gotta give us like an evidence. How would it play out? Like some evidence.
He would just beat the brakes off of him.
Like,
he would just, I don't know.
the only advantage that I will give to, like I said, the incompetence of Tom Holland's the reason why, and then obviously the more competence with
Yeah,
Toby.
but that's why the setup is wrong. I feel like giving him the Iron Spider suit and saying at their best is two mistakes. Because if you're saying at their best, and
That's true. At his best, that means he's more competent than Toby.
Is he? Wait.
Tom Holland would be more competent.
And also,
When has Tom Holland
are you
been
saying
competent?
if you're giving him the fact that he has
competent.
like everything he has as at his best, that means he has Edith as well.
Who's Edith? The AI?
No, Edith is from Far From Home, where he has the glasses and he can control like pretty much like an army of death bots.
What?
Yeah, he has that.
Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's not.
Oh, now it ain't.
Now it ain't a thing.
Oh man.
There's just too much tech behind the Tom Holland Spider-Man to give it a fair fight. You have to put him in like the regular suit. Like you just have to. Otherwise, like he has a huge advantage.
Okay, well we can talk
And
about
he's
that.
strong too. Like he's crazy strong.
He's not as strong as Toby though.
He's taken some really bad hits.
Sure.
Yes.
But he's not like has he
Has he
had
stopped to train with his
Has he stopped to train?
bare
Has a bomb
hands?
exploded in his
I mean,
face?
he stops like two.
He stopped two boats.
Yeah, well, half of a boat
Well, half
on
of
each
a
But
boat.
that was
side.
like a bunch of webs. He just like webbed a bunch of stuff together.
Nah, he was always holding it.
No, but there were also webs behind him.
No, but they all fell apart at some point, and it was just.
No,
those two.
I think they're still there.
No.
No, I
pretty
recently,
sure it was.
I recently.
Now it's like my memory versus yours.
Okay, so
what
is a boat heavier than the force of a train? I guess that's the question.
Probably not.
I mean, it depends.
If this is the hill you want to die on, dude.
Because you have buoyant force as well, keeping the boat up. I guess the water's also separating it, but the train moving at that speed is way more velocity to take.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we
See it on
But
that, I guess.
he still fainted afterwards. So
Who did?
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire,
Tobey.
yeah.
So?
He's just a kid. He's just a kid.
Not to mention, yeah.
That's what Joey
And,
Diaz said.
here's another thing with the suit, or again, if we use the suit again, it's like even if Peter, because all the Spider-Mans could get tired because they're only human strength, but with the suit, like
Well, they're more than human strength.
that's true, but they
They're
still
super
get
strength.
tired. They still get like
Yeah.
lose a lot of energy with the suit. With Tom Holland, he has a lot more stamina.
Yeah.
So Tom Holland just cheats with
Because yes, that's basically why we don't like the suit. It's an overpowered thing.
Look, you're right. I'm forgetting all their names.
Toby.
Tobey Maguire is a more independent Spider-Man for sure. But Tom Holland Spider-Man has a lot of help.
Yeah, okay.
He has the
Okay.
cheat codes. He has all the support
So
in the
if
world.
If you strip them of their suits completely,
Okay.
No, give him like his
Web slingers.
maybe his homecoming suit.
sure. His homecoming suit, the one without the AI of Karen or whatever. If you just have that normal webs, then I think Toby would win because
Yeah, Miles
You
Morales.
still think
Miles
Miles Morales
Morales
would
would-
beat? You still think Toby can beat Miles?
I think so because Miles is just so young
He's-
and
he's-
inexperienced.
yeah, he doesn't have-
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think if he's in the homecoming suit, I think Miles Morales could also beat Tom Holland. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Andrew Garfield could be Tom Holland.
Because Miles Morales' whole thing was like being his own Spider-Man.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
more than Tom Holland
Which is more
can
than Tom
say.
Holland, yeah,
because
sure.
he had the help, but at the end, Miles pulled through and he was good. He was
Yeah.
his own man and he was still learning at the end. He was getting better and better. And
I'm
he
trying
goes
to-
invisible and he has this shock stuff.
I'm trying to think of his strength feats though. Like, is there a part of that movie where it shows him being like super strong?
In Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
For Miles.
I don't think
Well, he was taking some hard hits. I don't know if that
But
counts.
he doesn't have like a train moment.
Yeah, but when they're like in the like alternate dimension, I feel like there was a lot of stuff flying around. He might have done something where he slinged a big
I don't know if
thing.
his thing is strength. He
Yeah.
might- I don't know if that's like his thing.
I
Because
think his thing was speed.
stealth.
he's
And
a
his
stealthy
special-
Spider-Man.
and his special
He's-
abilities.
Yeah, electricity and invisibility kind of makes it his own.
But I do think if you strip them of their suits, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I mean like just their base suits, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man would beat Tom Holland's probably. Because he's...
Also, yeah.
No, because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man has done some pretty darn crazy feats.
I feel-
Against Electro,
Yeah.
like his speed is just crazy.
I
Like his
feel
reaction
he's
time is
more
crazy.
agile. I think he's the most agile of the Spider-Man.
No, that still goes back to Miles. Miles is the most fastest. one.
Oh well.
You think so?
Yes.
I think he's more agile
Yes.
than Toby. I
He's
think
the
Andrew is
fastest
more
one.
agile than Toby.
Yeah. He was the most graceful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the action scenes in his Spider-Man movies are actually really good.
They are.
And he does very good in his fights as well. I think his only issues were like when Gwen died. he was always distracted, basically,
Yeah.
like trying to save other people.
I don't know.
Yeah, he kept his own with the lizard as well after getting shot. So on his leg. But if Tom Holland had his suit,
Death
It's
suit.
over.
I'm sorry, dude. Like,
I
there's
think
no way.
I think Toby would still take him.
No.
I think this just proves that, yeah, I
I think it goes Toby, then Miles, then Tom Holland with the suit.
Okay, what did the video say? You said you watched the video on this.
What did they
I
say?
don't remember. I think I probably disagreed with what he said.
Yes, he probably said Tom. He
probably said
Tom.
You just saw the title of the video, like, we should do that.
So he probably watched it but disagreed with it because they
Exactly.
said Tom Holland. Well,
No.
Okay,
no,
okay.
you're good. You made a point. Like Tom, and we made a point. I think Tom Holland is overpowered with his like
Suit.
crazy tech suit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments below, like, what you think. How would this fight turn out? You know, and it's not like a free for all. It's just like if you were to pit each other or against each other, who do you think is the strongest Spider-Man?
Peace.
Yeah.
Oh, be sure to like and subscribe.
Well, we're trying to say that more.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.